Hey everyone, well I know it's been a while since I last made a new video. I hope you enjoy the Stalker mating. Currently Roscoe is no longer with me now. We shipped him back to Rose, who's having a great time with him. So I know I've been really busy with lawns. Like now with 115 customers, I'm working at least 60 to 70 hours a week. And usually when I come home, I'm really tired to make a video. So I decided to take a little break from YouTube videos. So today, I know I promised you like a while ago that I was going to make a tarantula feeding video, 131. And today's the day. So now, since you haven't seen a video of that in a long time, and you haven't seen a raconteur, so I'm going to do the same thing I did back in feeding video 126 and make a multi-part feeding video of every single species that I have currently in my collection. I do have some passings, like my OBT female, my P. formosa female, which were old age. I lost Dora, the Elbapacillus, and the T. geekus, but you'll see many more new additions that have been added to the collection. One that you saw was the B. langenbucheri, which is the Venezuelan Chevron. So guys, I will stop talking now. I hope you enjoy the video, and please see the video description. I will include all the timestamps of every single species that you have seen in the video. So that includes all my tarantulas, true spiders, and even some more scorpions. So guys, watch the video, grab a bag of popcorn, enjoy. It's going to be epic as always. Alright, so this is the very first tarantula I'm going to be featuring in the feeding video. This is my Aphonopelma chalcodes desert blonde female named Marilyn II. Now this little girl is well fed. She's got a plump-sized abdomen, but with the Aphonopelma species, most of them have a fasting behavior, just like your Grammostola rosea / poteri. Okay, so not interested. Aye, look how gorgeous she is. Well, this is one of my new additions. This is an Aphonopelma seemanni adult female Costa Rican zebra. She may not eat because I just recently housed her yesterday. Alright, so you guys may be familiar with this scorpion. This one here is my death stalker, Leirus quinquestriatus. This is a female adult, around 3 inches in body span. Yeah, sometimes with scorpions they're hit and miss. Sometimes they'll eat, other times they won't. At least I do have good videos on my scorpion stinging the crap out of a cricket. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen today. Wah. Alright, this one here is the Poecilotheria tigrinawesseli, the Wessel tiger ornamental. She is a 5.5-inch adult female. And she took that nicely. Sweet. This one here is a megalomorph. This is a unidentified trapdoor spider from Malaysia. Now, don't count on seeing trapdoors very often because they love to hide into their burrows, and they make a little door, as you can probably see, and then when the cricket or superworm ventures over there, basically opens up the door and snaps it. Now this trapdoor, I've probably seen it only once since I bought her 3 or 4 years ago, and I believe that was 127 a series of the feeding video, but I can't recall. So she's not hungry apparently, so usually I get asked this a lot, what happens if your tarantula doesn't eat. I would leave the cricket in there for 2 or 3 days and see how they do. So tarantulas and other spiders are nocturnal animals, which means that they primarily hunt at night. So if you notice that the cricket is gone, I guess within the next morning, there's a strong chance that he or she has eaten it. Alright, so no go. I guess not interested. Alright, let's move on. Alrighty, so you could probably make out her legs here. This is a female Poecilotheria fasciata, which is the Sri Lankan Ornamental, freshly molted female. Sorry for the terrible glare. This is a male Poecilotheria rufilata, red slate ornamental. Bingo. And there he is. If I could try to make out this guy right here. You could probably make out his legs. He's about 2.5 inches, 3 inches now. Alright, so this is a Sericopagopus species hati. The common name escapes me. I think it could be the Sanghi tiger, but we'll see how well she eats. He or she. I believe it could be suspect female, but not too sure. And I just missed the attack. Sorry about that, guys. So this is what she looks like, around 2.5 inches. Gore. Here's a shot of Maribel. Maribel is the Avicularia that Rose and I did a breeding project 2 years ago with Annabelle, my female, and her male named Marcus. Whoopsie. Wrong thing, girl. Please let go. Oh, look at her fangs. Yeah, it's tucked away in my tongs. Come on. Come on, sweetums. Yeah, she doesn't want... There we go. Good girl. Yeah, Avics are really sweet-tempered. And they're so gorgeous, too, with those little pink toes. Amazing. Alright, so, he's still alive. This is Don's mature male, Poecilotheria striata, Mysore Ornamental. Yeah, I mated this guy a couple of weeks ago with my mature female. As you can see, No longer is he white and black and the silver markings that you've seen in pokey females. Mature males, they tend to brown out, so they don't tend to have much color, but this guy is certainly a very big male. And I do believe he just got the super. Super slick, man. Yeah, he's about, oh wow, you can see him. That's about 6 inches. That's pretty big for a mature male striata. I love it. Alright, so you can probably make out the T. Yeah, there's her legs. Psalmopoeus langenbucheri. Yoink! This is the Venezuelan Chevron that I just bought from Reptile Boy 91. Almost instantaneous. Yeah, these guys get up to, I would say, a good 4.5 to 5 inch lifespan, and they're going to be nice and purple and red. Okay, so this is something completely fresh into my collection, and this is something you haven't seen before on my channel yet until now. This is a female Sericopelma generalum, which is the Costa Rican black. So I'm going to feed this generalum. Now, Sericopelmas are usually good eaters, which is why you've seen my Rhabronitans in a lot of videos. It's got a little bald spot, but certainly not in pre-molt. Alright, so this here is the male Costa Rican black. He's a bit freshly molted than the female. As you'll probably see, he has a full set of hairs. Whoop, there we go. Nice. And that's what they look like. Alright, now these are very, very pretty spiders. This is also brand new into my collection. This is a female Sericopelma species Santa Catalina, which is the Santa Catalina bird eater for the common name. Very original. Yeah, pre-molt. So that means I gotta take off that superworm and yeah. Let her be. Yeah, Sericopelmas are known for kicking hairs, and show you this guy right here. That's the male. Also, indication that, come on, stay still. He's in heavy pre-molt. He's going to be molting soon. Now, don't you kick hairs at me. Yep. So, no feeding today for these guys. Alright, this one here is one of my psycho tarantulas. This one here is a Cyclosternum species Macalla, which is the Peruvian peach collar that I call Peachy Natasha. Now, the name is kind of an understatement because she is pretty as a peach, but not that sweet at all. So let's see if this 4.5 inch adult female that I got from TC will eat. some species in the Cyclosternum genus are good eaters, some of them aren't. Oh! Maybe we'll get something. A little bit of nothing. Wow, what a beautiful species, but oh, those hairs. This one here is a mature female Nondu Colorado Volosus, which is the Brazilian black and white, and I can feel her hairs already. She is Mina, my 5-inch female. Taking down that lovely superworm. Yeah, freshly molted. And right there is my Psalmopoeus pulcher female, Panama Blond. Ooh, crunch. Yeah, these are gorgeous, gorgeous specimens. I remember I had one named Rosalina. She was about 4.5 inches, almost 5. And this is a very, very pretty tea. This one here is a suspect male, Aphonopelma seemanni, the Costa Rican zebra. Looks to be the blue morph, same like my female that you've seen earlier. Very nice. And we'll get another one to him. I'm sure he could use it. Look at his blue. Oh. Dana. Dana. Dana, 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 dana. Alright, this is Grammostola rosea. This is the red-faced rose hair. And I'll show you on the very next tee what the normal form that now we are calling Grammostola poteri is at. Now I know roseas, they don't like to eat very much, so we'll see if I can try to get one of my crickets to be eaten. No. Oh. Close. I named her Lois the Redhead from Family Guy, because I'm a big fan of Family Guy. Oh! Right in the kisser! Alright, this is Grammostola poteri, which is the rose hair normal form, which is the one that's commonly sold in pet stores. So notice that this poteri does not have any redness going on. So this is Angelica, and this is the only female I did not mate with Rose's mature male, because she's pretty defensive compared to Talia. But definitely my most hungriest one, which is really, really cool to see. Alrighty, this is one of my favorite baboon species. This is a Monocentropus balfouri. which is the Socotra Island blue-legged baboon. She is a very, very sweet-tempered baboon. A little bit skittish, but not too bad. Her name is Lily. She's about 4.5 inches, and oh, she's not hungry. But this is what she looks like. And in Canada, they used to be very, very expensive, and now with prolific breeding, we can get about 1/3 of an inch to 1/2 inch spiderlings for $50 Canadian. Okay, so you can probably make out the abdomen pattern over here. This is a Poecilotheria species. I'm not sure if this is a Formosa, tigrinawesseli, or Miranda. This was sold to me from a Facebook user in the Tarantulas in Canada Facebook forum. As you can see, definitely not Safusca looking at all. I'm pretty sure that this could be a P. Formosa, but you'll never know. I'll probably will not be breeding this until I find out for sure what she is. Likely not hungry. Alright, this is my second Psalmopoeus pulcher, Panama Blond, which I found out from the molt that this could be a potential female. I only have 2 of these guys, so I don't have any more pulchers after that. The same great attack as you've seen on the confirmed female. You can see she's pretty colored. Full. Oh, dear God. Right when I opened up her door, she started to flick hairs at me. And starting to get a little bald spot. But she's so gorgeous and nicely colorful. This is my Brachypelma bomi cross Baumgarteni, which is a Mexican orange beauty. Confirmed female by molt. This is another girl that freshly molted. This is my female Brachypelma verdezi, which is the Mexican rose gray. Ooh, you were hungry. As you can see, there she is. Super plump abdomen. Well, it's been 1.5 months since you have last seen Necroth, my male Lasiodora klugi, which is the Bahia scarlet bird eater. He recently molted, and from his ventral shot he looks to be a male. I really couldn't sex the molt since it was a bit too mangled up. So let's see if we can try to get my Unreal Tournament character to eat on film. Yeah, I'm looking to get a rehouse for this guy since he's getting a little bit too big for his enclosure. This girl here is Chelsea, my Acanthoscuria suina female, the sulfur brown bird eater. These are one of the smaller Acanthoscuria that get up to having a 5 to 6 inch leg span. Not as big as the more infamous Geniculata, the Brazilian giant white knee. but still, like, its close relative, a super hungry eater. Alright, this guy's new. This is a Nhandu carapanensis, Brazilian red bird eater. Yeah, pre-molt. So that means crickets go bye-bye, because you do not want to leave a cricket in with a molting tarantula, because that will not be fun to experience and very dangerous to have it near a molting tarantula, because that's when it's really vulnerable. Now, if you see your tea, and if it's New World and has a bald spot that's this color, that means that he's in pre-molt. Now, make sure whenever he is in pre-molt, you do not feed him until 1 week after he does molt. Now, we wait a week simply because for the exoskeleton and the fangs to harden up, and it usually takes about a week to do that. I just wait for a week for all slings, juveniles, and adults, so that way I could follow or maintain my feeding schedule. So we'll let him molt and we'll see how he is, and then we'll might transfer him into a bigger sized deli cup. Okay, so the next 3 teas that you're going to be seeing are freshly molted Brachypelmas. Now here's one of them. This is Leon, my male B. eratum, which is the Mexican flame knee. As you can see, why they call it the Mexican flame knee, because of the flame tip knees. And these guys molted at the same time, and that was super cool. Here's my female, also freshly molted. Kind of looks like a B. Smithy, but the legs are so different compared to them. So, Leon and Ada. Now, Ada usually is a savage when it comes to her food. At least let's hope. We can assume. Come on, Ada. Pretend this is a zombie. Yeah, good old Resident Evil 2 characters. Yeah, can't wait for the PlayStation 4 version to come up. Probably within this year or the next year. They're supposed to remake it, and maybe I'll play that on my channel. Wow. W-O-W. Brachypelma classy Mexican pink. Totally pink for sure. This one is Petunia. Mature female. Yeah, one of the better looking Brachypelmas. Totally different compared to the Smithy, the Bomi, and the Amelia, the red Brachypelmas. Not always commonly found, but definitely one for the ladies. And for everyone else, for sure. Alright, so this one here is another Brachypelma. And this, whoop, sorry about that, girl. A female Brachypelma baumgarteni, which is the Mocoan Orange Beauty from Mexico. Yeah, and this is what she looks like. As you'll notice that my Baumgarteni slowly is starting to have a darkened carapace, kind of like you would expect from a beast smithy. Now if it becomes more tanner, then it might not be one. It could be a Bibomi, or it could be a hybrid like the one I showed earlier. But I'm hoping it's a true one, since I spent around $200 for this female. And we'll see when she gets a little bit bigger. This girl here is Elena. She is my Hysterocrates species gigas, which is the Cameroon red baboon. This is a mature female. I'll give her 2 worms since she is a pretty big girl. Biglet. Alright, this is possibly my best looking Grammostola that I keep so far in my collection. This is Laura. She is my mature female Grammostola species Mull, which is an orange fluff. There she goes. Alright, this one here is a replacement for Haplocosmia himalania, which is the Himalayan banded earth tiger. It's about an inch. Alright, now I'm in the process of feeding my golden leg trapdoor. It is a Demarchus species, Indonesia. And this is an adult female around 2 inches. Trapdoors aren't very large, megalomorphs. Wait a couple of seconds to see if it'll eat. Alright, here's something new. A colony of 3 Heterometeris, possibly Pedersey, which is the Asian forest scorpion. Alright, so there's one. There's a second. Oops. They gotta share. These are little baby ones that came from the same mama. Ooh, there we go. Come on, baby. Number 3, 3 for 3. Little baby. Damon diadema, the tailless whip scorpion. Mature female named Dinah. Nice. And I'll give it a second cricket. Hopefully she'll take it. If not, then at least we got a nice attack for one of them. Incredibly fast and a non-venomous arachnid. Alright, way down yonder is my Heteroscodra maculata, which is the Togo starburst baboon. This is my female named Libby. There we go. She is about, I would say, a good 4.5 inches. She's sub-adult now, not quite full size yet. I'll just zoom in so you can see what this maculata looks like. There we go. Since it's a rare sighting in my videos. Alright, this one here is my Australian species. This is a Phlogius crassipes. Looks like she's not hungry. Pet hole, but at least she cleared up this space so I can actually see what she looks like. This one here is a gorgeous Poecilotheria Miranda, which is the Bengal spotted ornamental. Wow, almost instantaneous. Very attractive looking pokey. Doing the funky dance. This girl is really an arboreal species, but has very strong burrowing tendencies. This is Psalmopoeus reduncus, the Costa Rican orange mouth. Kind of a misnomer because I really don't see the orange mouth on the Courcerae. They're kind of dark. Alright, here's Fester. Just recently molted, and he is a mature male. Avicularia species metallica, the metallic white toe. So, see if he's hungry. Oh yeah, definitely. You can see his bulbous palps. They kind of look like they're wearing boxing gloves, and right there are his tibial hooks. So yeah, he's definitely a mature male. Alright, going back to Poke mode, this is my female Poecilotheria smithy, yellow-backed ornamental named Allison. Ooh, Allison's hungry. Yeah, she's huge. I raised her up for the past 6 years, and she was a little bit small. Here we go. See if I can try to get a second one. In there. Sorry for the glare, guys. I'm trying to get the best lighting possible, given for what I have. Bingo. Got her. There we go. Look how pretty she is. Alright, this one here is my Poecilotheria striata, which is the Mysore Ornamental female. She is mated, as you saw in my early mating video. Now with pokies, after a successful mate, you want to keep them generally on the wet side, so that can possibly entice them to make an egg sac for you. That's exactly what I did with the Regalis Zelda, and she gave me a one 2 months later after I bred her. She looks a bit plump, but not too bad. There we go. This one here is my Poecilotheria metallica, Goody Sapphire Ornamental. This is Mia, my pretty little lady. Come on, sweetiums. She may not be hungry, which might be a good thing, because we left that mature male with her for I think 3 or 4 days. So, like the P. striata, I'm going to keep her a little bit wet, so maybe she'll be gravid and give us some nice babies. Well, that's it. That's a female Goody Sapphire Ornamental. Very photosensitive. They really do not like light. Alright. Yeah. I gotten myself another P. metallica. This one is a spiderling, about 2 inches. Skittish as you will not believe. So, cricket time. See how well she does. Oh, nice dive. I love that. You can see starting to get the blue coloration, just like Mia. I'm hoping it's either a male or female. I'm not too worried. If it's a male, it'll be great because Mia will have another boyfriend. If it's a female, still good as well. Awesome. One of the new additions at the first time you've seen?